Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Bond. I'm doing something very unique right now. I am eating during a live radio broadcast, and that might be seen as totally irresponsible and immature, but I don't care because I want to do something very unique. What I do care about is everything, everyone, and every single human being. Most importantly, their freedoms and how to, therefore, I can become a better leader. But anyway, I digress. So that I can continue to the point of the major events that are going around in the world, let's go to the news. What in the world is the actual advocacy for the truth that is being portrayed by this wonderful individual known as Mike Cernovich? Please, people, for your own good, listen to him. And of course, those that do listen to him know the difference between the tyrannical actions and the difference between. But, forget about tyranny. Forget about it, just because understand the fruition of that, it doesn't matter. Liberty, freedom, advocacy for the potential of humanity, human nature. That is what should be in the front lines, because no matter what happens, if one little bit of news is that which is one major part of, believe it or not, the inauguration, which was stating the advanced technology to go to the stars and other planets is to be revealed. That has actually, when you're very well informed and have the knowledge, whether you do or don't, if that were to be put on the news, whether it's a response or a reaction or even just a total denial of that existence, that needs to come out. Because, okay, yes, tax reform is great. All right, that's absolutely wonderful. That would be a wonderful solution. Yes, advocacy for the First Amendment is great. Yes, we need to support that, and we need to denounce censorship. Censorship, that's not even. I'm not even gonna even bring that up because that's not even a major. Come on, we're alive, dude. You can't censor. It's whatever. It's useless. Just give up, Google. All right, you can't censor. And anyway, the point that I'm getting to is, come on, seriously, and it's not a major. I mean, this is just one sliver. The amount of solutions that will come, and I don't even need to reiterate this anymore because I just realized this is, every single solution because it's advocating for freedom, and the U.S. Constitution which advocates for the protection of the amendments and our Bill of Rights, is therefore protected by the very rights which is the very fruition of the technology which has certain patents for we the people and individuals and not major monopolies and corporations, tyranny, for example. So that we can grow with the truth, which is the technologies that allows us to advance into the stars. Anything that limits us on the earth, let me rephrase that. Anything that limits us to that which we are on earth is not necessarily that which limits us to the existence of here on earth, because liberty itself is that which is expansion continuously, constantly, of the mind, of the heart, of the soul, and etc. I can give way more examples, but the point is, I got straight to the point in a very, very, very short amount of time. You know what's happening around the world? You know the type of control that's going to be placed upon us, because the mind is unlimited. And you cannot limit the mind, no matter how hard you try. Google, George Soros. And I'm not even going to give you energy by wasting my voice on you, George Soros, all right? Tyrants, Clinton. Yes, it's important to see the tyranny in action and to know, but, it's also important to move toward the future. The full-on solution, which I've said so many times, the full-on solution involves all of that technology that has been, quote-unquote, classified, even though American tax dollars have factually been used to go towards these secret space programs. So, I don't need to reiterate that. I don't. That's facts. I mean, it's not my... Okay, if you want to look at the facts, I can give you the sources. So, here's some sources. Go to look up... Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm doing this. I hate reiterating this. because it's unnecessary. This is, in a sense, it's common knowledge. And I think people have most people, well, not all people actually, but the intellect to know how to develop these technologies, to develop this type of science. Anyway, I digress. Stephen Greer and all those individuals, as well as Jacques Fresco, Corey Goode, what's his name? Even Captain Randy Kramer is also involved. And this wonderful fierceness, positivity. And it's wonderful this research has already been done. And of course there's a lot more. But, I just know that, health, mind, vitality, meditation, study, prestige, legend, the study of understanding what is that which allows you to become prestigious and legendary. That's how you can lead. And therefore understanding the actual freedom and liberty movement and advocating for that and not for the control of it. Which is very, very easy, not difficult. Difficult for the major monopolies who have to protect their quote-unquote privacy, which is not quote-unquote privacy, because it's a manipulation of the very freedoms which are protected for the U.S. Constitution. But I digress. You cannot have illegal drug cartels going rampant, advocating for the continuous use of rape and whatever that thing is called that advocates for rape and then illegal immigration. That's the point. Illegal immigration, I already reiterated that. There's manipulation that's done by Google. I can just, it's clear freedom and then what is controlled by Google. Censorship is unacceptable, especially when it comes to very, very good news. And there's tons of them, but I'm just going to list a bunch of names. NoMoreFakeNews.com, Mike Cernovich, Roger Stone, Michael Savage, Alex Jones with Infowars.com, with David Knight and Anthony Gucciardi and Paul Joseph Watson and many individuals who are advocating for freedom. Matt Drudge to Leanne McAdoo to Joe Biggs, to so many individuals, and we're connected for one. So it's important to know that freedom is obviously what everybody wants, except for the globalists that want control, and the globalists are losing on every front. I also advocate for study of the Vedas. I feel like that's, in a sense, will come to allow the additional tradition of culture growth and the additional evolution and enlightenment of humanity that allows us to connect the dots of that technology which has already been in existence. So therefore, BRAM, I just crystallized very, very clearly technology. Oh, also light water. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, but protium in water. Protium, nano silver, nano gold. Look up the whole science of that. Also, I've already reiterated this, but H2O plasma, to combination of, let's do the transmutation of, I feel like I'm beating the dead horse here, but you can obviously transmutate, excuse me, 1 second. Anyone who says you can't transmutate silver into gold or aluminum into gold or into copper into gold or into one element into another element doesn't know what they're talking about. They don't know the truth. They're either not informed or they're lying or they just don't know. Most often the case, it's usually the latter. They just don't know. So you can create gold from aluminum. Therefore, the very desire, and I've already mentioned this, but the very desire for, anyway, it's very, very complex, but very simple. The very desire to advocate for the desire for greed and money is not, because if you have the knowledge to elevate all of humanity, you know that you don't necessarily need, which is very, very interesting. You don't need, which is very, very crazy, but you don't need money to get that what you want, because when you have the knowledge and the evidence for it, come on, you're free. So once again, this is your host, Christopher Bowen, not only asking but leading for freedom, peace, prosperity, and paradise, and to support those independent news media, alternative news, quote unquote, like Infowars.com, Drudge Report, and advocating for peace and paradise on earth, and for this age of Renaissance for everybody, not just the few at the top, those tyrants, such as George Soros and the Clintons and blah, 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 etc. Anyway, Fruition for Peace on Earth, involving full disclosure, the true advanced health and unified physics is what allows us to open up to the truth of what we can actually progress into developing water, food, shelter for all of humanity, peacefully, forever.